Okay, Mr. Blendy, let's get started, if we can.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair. For Charm TV, we're about to begin. Good morning, everyone in the room and virtually and wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City's Thursday, October 9th, 2023 hearing. We have several matters on the docket, starting with violations and a bunch of regular items. Mr. Chair, do you have any opening remarks?
No, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Let's get started.
All right, calling case number one, which is a continued violation from the last meeting of the board. He's recalling it. It is Blue Ink Corporation trading as 212 Lounge. Premises are located at 2709 to 11 Washington Boulevard. Holders of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license. And are charged with 4 violations of the board rules stemming from one incident on August the 4th, 2023. That is a violation of Rule 3.03A, records for purchases of alcoholic beverages, violation of Rule 3.03C, employee records, a violation of Rule 3.03D little double I, records for trader's license, and a violation of Rule 3.06B, records for having requirement to have your liquor license on display.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Sean.
Can you push the button that makes the red light light up?
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Good morning once again, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Sean Harvey, 309 South Conkling Street, Baltimore, 21224, for the licensee. As you may recall, we were here 2 weeks ago, and I proffered that the reason that this violation came about was an employee was fired.
Before you do that, I mean, you're going to admit the violation and explain?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure we've got
they
admission
weren't
on the record.
there when the inspector was there, so yes, but I was going to explain. I did explain to you
You
that
did.
an employee was terminated, and in retribution, she hid all of these various, the license and the permits, et cetera.
So is your client going to testify to that?
Yes.
Can you all raise your right hands, please?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And can I get your name?
Wandrea Duncan.
Ms. Duncan, when you testify, you come up to the mic, okay? But first, I want to have the inspector tell us what happened, okay? You can do it short form because we're familiar with the facts.
Okay. On the 4th of August, the task force was sent to the establishment for the reason of having no permits. When we arrived, the bartender stated he did not know where any of the permits were. He called the manager, who was a Miss Takara. I don't know if that's saying it correctly.
It's Wandrea.
She did not have any form of identification for us to confirm her name. She was, after about 10 minutes of looking, all she could provide us was a liquor license and no other permits. I issued the violations for having no permits. She stated that the owner was away on vacation and she did not know where he had put them.
And talk about the records, the employee records, the trader's license, and the, what were the other records? No license on display, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Do you want to have any questions for the inspector?
None, thank you.
Okay.
I just want, first of all, Ms. Duncan is the manager, and when we were here last time, I told you that she called your office to see what was going on, why she was being violated, and at that time, someone from your office said, "Have you just fired someone?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "Because we've been getting a lot of calls that these records are missing." And so,
Why don't you tell us, Ms. Duncan? Step up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So when I got back to the building the next day, I seen that the licenses were all removed from where we normally keep them at. We had just let one of our managers go. And so when I called the next day, I spoke with a young lady who had a gentleman call me back. I didn't get his name, but he was like some type of head of the liquor board or something with the liquor.
Was it Mr. Blendy?
So
It may have been Mr. Alcomer, who is not here today.
yeah, so he had said that he said that we had no other choice but to go out. He said, did you fire somebody? He said we had got like 12 calls back to back, like, get to this establishment. So I said yes. I just fired somebody last week, and he was like, yeah, these things happen normally when you fire someone.
Have you been back? Do they have their records and licenses?
I have all the copies of everything.
I have not been back, no.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but I can say on previous occasions we've been there, we also usually are missing some kind of permits. They never have them displayed.
Okay. I mean, they've never been violated before.
No.
You've never violated them?
No, sir.
Okay. So maybe you need to speak with the inspector after this hearing and find out what it is that we're requiring that be displayed and what be on the premises when they appear, so that you don't have this problem again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
I disagree with the communication. I agree with it.
Yeah, I have no questions.
Okay.
Seems like you rectified it, yeah.
Do you want to add anything?
Just that they've been in business for 3 years and never had any violations. It's highly unusual that inspectors been through there probably 24 times and never cited them for liquor license, for God's sake, not being.
Okay. Well, it's too bad that this situation occurred. Apparently you were away.
Yes.
Don't fire anybody and leave. It's not a good idea.
I see.
Okay. Okay, so on the basis then of the materials contained in the charging documents, the testimony received, the admissions, I find a violation of Rule 3.03 small a, records on August 4, 2023, violation of 3.03 small c, records employees on August 4, a violation of 3.03 d double I, trader's license on August 4, and a violation of 3.06 b, license not on display on August 4, 2023. I accept your explanation of what occurred. So I'm going to impose a minimal fine of $10 for violation for a total of, I think it's 40, right? $40. I give you 30 days to pay. But don't do this again.
Thank you, sir.
Work this out. Okay. Commissioners?
Yes, based on the materials and proffer from the attorney, I agree with the sheriff's findings of violation of Rule 3.03A, Rule 3.03C, Rule 3.03D, and Rule 3.06B, of a total of $40.
Thank you, sir.
Based on the proffer made by counsel, testimony given, and the violation report that's in our file, I too agree that there's been a violation of Rule 3.03A, records on August 4th, 2023, Rule 3.03C, employee records on August 4th, 2023, violation of 3.03D double I, records, trader's license on August 4th, 2023, and a violation of Rule 3.06B, records, liquor license on display on August 4th, 2023. I also agree with the nominal fine of $10 per violation, the total of $40 due within 30 days.
Thank you,
Good luck.
sir.
Ms. Russell?
Michael Elizabeth for the record, Board Exhibit 1, violation report, Inspector Tuttle.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received instructions on how to pay the fines imposed by the board and any attendant administrative fees to go along with that. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
All right, moving on to regular items. Item number 1 on the regular items, Steakhouse Venture LLC, trading as trade name pending. Proposed premises are located at 720 Alisana Street. This is an application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article 12-1604 C2 I, requiring $700,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, minimum of 65% sales of food, and a seating capacity for a minimum of 150 people. Applicants are requesting live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Good morning.
Good morning. Anastasia Nardangeli on behalf of the applicant, Steakhouse Venture LLC. I have with me 2 of the owners of the entity, Aaron Taylor and Alexander Smith, who will not be presenting testimony.
Okay, you may proffer.
I'd like to proceed by way of proffer that the applicant meets the seating requirement, the applicant meets the minimum capital investment requirement. In fact, the applicant has exceeded such investment by investing, at the moment, $3.9 million already in the
Do we
build-out.
have that in the record? Documentation?
I can present testimony from a witness if you'd like
Okay.
that.
Why don't we swear them? So,
Okay, let's swear.
raise your right hands, please, sir.
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yep, I do.
And can we just have your names?
When you testify, just step up.
Alexander Smith.
Aaron Taylor.
Good morning, gentlemen. So who's going to testify today?
Mr. Smith, could you please testify as to the capital investment to date in the build-out of the restaurant?
Yeah, it's approaching 4 million. I think it's 3.75 million to date, plus or minus.
Okay, and the seating, do we have a chart in here?
We do.
And what does it show? There's got to be a minimum of 150, is that right?
Exactly. So at the moment, the seating chart exceeds 150. I can provide you with a breakdown of that particular seating chart if you'd like it. You can, because each table has different number of seats assigned to it depending on the
You
shape.
you have a written thing, or you want to just have testimony?
Well, I can provide testimony. Alex
Okay,
can
go
provide
ahead.
testimony.
It's just under 200, but it's close to 200. I would say it's between 185 and 200, sir.
Okay, and it's going to be 65% food?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Want to tell us who's going to run it besides Mr. Smith?
My business partner, Aaron Taylor, he's our corporate chef and also a partner in the restaurant. I can.
And what's his background? You want to tell us?
Corporate chef for the company, been with the company for over 4 years.
Okay. And the people who handle the alcohol will be certified?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
I have no questions.
All right, thanks. Okay, and this is a new license. So on the basis of the materials contained in the application and the testimony received and proffered from council, I vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Based on the materials are proffered from the attorney, which is provided today, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license, and also the request for live entertainment and outdoor table.
Based on the application materials, the proffer made by council and testimony given today, I also vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received instructions on how to submit the documentation to legally obtain the license that the board preliminarily approved today. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 2 on today's regular items has been postponed and will be rescheduled at a future hearing of the board. Moving on then to item number 3 on today's regular items. B1 BBQ Inc., trading as B1 BBQ. Proposed premises are located at 2016 Maryland Avenue, and this is an application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article 12-1603C1 I, which requires $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities and a seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people.
Morning. So, ladies, will you raise your right hands, please?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Would you tell us your names?
Good morning. This is Krista Han.
Okay.
Unjo An.
Good morning. Which one of you wants to tell us about this?
Oh, I'm going to.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Your Honor. We voted for the new restaurant, which is the old restaurant. We do have a license before, but they no longer continue to using for the old license, so we applied for the new license for today.
So you had a license and it expired?
From the
Okay.
from the old owners.
Okay, from the old owners, okay.
Yes.
So you're applying for a new license,
Yes,
and has this restaurant, have you been operating it up till now, or is it going to be new to start?
Well, we didn't have running for the operation for the without the liquor. Now, as soon as we got the license back, which is new license, then we will apply for the.
So what is your background in restaurants? Have you worked in?
Yes, I'm basically the control for the employees,
Okay, and how about you, ma'am?
and she's the owner of the restaurants.
Okay, and how many employees are there?
Right now, we have the 7 employees,
And the ones who
full-time, part-time.
the ones who handle alcohol, will they be certified?
Yes,
Okay, and they'll understand our rules and regulations?
yes,
And have you got a $200,000 investment in this property?
yes.
More than that or just about that?
It's about around,
And what about the seating? Do you have 75-person seating?
yes,
Okay. And this is Korean barbecue, right?
yes.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
I don't have any questions.
Okay, thank you. Based on the materials contained in the application, the testimony received, the documents received, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Based on materials and testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Based on the application materials and the testimony given today, I also vote to approve this new application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you, ladies.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Your Honor.
Good luck to you.
Have a nice day.
That concludes this matter before the board. Applicants have received instructions on how to submit the documentation to legally obtain the license that the board preliminarily approved this morning. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Item number 4 on the regular items, Home Sweet Home Cafe LLC, trading as trade name pending. Proposed premises are located at 4410 West Northern Parkway. This is an application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article 12-1603C1 little I, requiring $200,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities and a seating capacity for a minimum of 75 people. Applicants requesting live entertainment, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Morning.
Commissioners, Abraham Hurdle on behalf of Home Sweet Home Cafe LLC. With me is Ms. Lawrence, the prospective licensee. May I proffer?
You may.
I do have an actual appraisal from Mr. Melnick. I have 4 copies, so one for each board member if they'd like to look at it, and one for Ms. Stacy as an exhibit. The location is actually open and operating currently as a restaurant. It's I would say more of a breakfast-focused place. My client gave me the hours earlier, and I've forgotten them. They're open, I think, Friday to Monday till 7 in the evening, and Sundays until 6.
It's Thursday to Monday, 10 to 7, except for Sundays. It is 6.
Yeah, can I ask you to raise your right hand?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give in the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And your name?
Shanita Lawrence.
Go ahead, Ms. Lawrence, you were telling us.
Yes, the hours of operation is Thursday through Monday, 10 to 7, on Sundays, 10 to 6.
Is this in the Pimlico area?
This is about, I recognize the location when I'm driving to the courthouse up that way.
Wabash?
When you take
that
the
area?
right turn, there's that big plaza on the left side. This is where a Wendy's used to be.
Okay.
It has that kind of stereotypical 80s, 90s Wendy's with like the skylight area, kind of half outside feeling. Ms. Lawrence and her brother, correct?
Yes.
Who's been helping her with this project, have some experience in the industry. They've also hired a restaurant consultant who has been on full-time and is still on, helping them. And again, the place has been very successful through today without the liquor license. They anticipate this will, of course, help with the next level. The community has come out. They said they're doing very well. The community's been very thrilled because there's not a lot over there. So this is a nice opportunity for the community to have a place that's a real restaurant as opposed to a carry-out type of takeout
I
place.
see a chart. Is it 75 seats?
It's in excess of 75 seats.
And what's the type of food?
It is a brunch-focused restaurant. However, we not only sell breakfast and lunch, we also sell dinner. We have, of course, your standard eggs and waffles and French toast, but we also have a plethora of seafood, lobster and shrimp and crab, as well as lamb dinners and chicken as well. So,
A lot better than Wendy's.
Absolutely.
What about the people who handle the alcohol?
The goal is that anyone who handles the alcohol is going to be alcohol when it's trained. It's my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that alcohol will be served from, I want to call it the counter, but the bar area, by particular staff as opposed to the staff that would be doing all the regular serving.
Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. Mr. Hurdle, on the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from counsel, testimony from Ms. Lawrence, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the attorney, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license, and also the request for live entertainment, off-premise catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the application materials, testimony given, the proffer made by council, I too vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
Item 12, exhibits for the record, Board Exhibit 1, appraisal.
Thank you. Good luck, Ms. Lawrence.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received instructions on how to legally submit the documentation to legally obtain the license that the board preliminarily approved today. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Moving on to item number 5 on the regular items, Bank Spring Partners LLC, trading as trade name pending. Premises are located, proposed to be at 1419 to 21 Bank Street. This is an application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article 12-903C2, which requires $500,000 in capital investment in restaurant fixtures and facilities, 51% food sale minimum, and a seating capacity of a minimum of 75, but not more than 150 people. Applicants are requesting live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Morning.
Good morning. For the record, Caroline Hecker, Rosenberg, Martin Greenberg, on behalf of the applicant. I'm joined by Heather Keating, who's our individual licensee applicant here. With your permission, I'd like to proceed by way of a proffer, although Ms. Keating's certainly here and available to answer any questions the board may have.
Okay, go ahead.
I know you have a long docket, so I'll try to make this brief. This is, as Mr. Blendy indicated, an application for a new Class B license. The premises is located at the intersection of Bank Street and Spring Street. It's sort of Upper Fells Point, right across from where the Perkins homes are being redeveloped. It's a sort of a exciting place to be developing a new restaurant. There's going to be a whole new residential community there as the Perkins Homes project becomes a new thriving residential community. There's some photos in the file of the existing building, which is there, as well as the surrounding area, and an article about the Perkins Homes redevelopment.
When do they expect that to be done?
Good question. I think within the next, I don't know. I don't represent the developer there, so I don't want to speculate about what their plans are. But hopefully within the next year or two, I think that piece will be coming online, hopefully. This building was formerly a packaged goods store that closed with the enactment of the new zoning code and the requirement that packaged goods restaurants, or packaged goods locations rather, in R8 zoning districts close. The property was rezoned recently by the city council to the C2 zoning district, along with the parcel across the street. Hopefully, both of which would be redeveloped to support the residential community that's going to happen at Perkins Homes. The idea being that this site and the adjacent site will be able to provide some goods and services to support the new residential community. So this restaurant will be sort of the first phase of that. And so you'll see in the file the restaurant has just over $500,000 in capital investment. There's a breakdown in the file. We expect they're going to create about 15 to 20 new jobs. There's seating for a total of 106 people, 76 indoor seats plus 30 outdoor seats on the rear patio. There's a floor plan in there that you'll see. There is a menu in the file as well. They have sort of a empanada-themed menu. They'll have a sort of deli counter in the front with a speakeasy in the back. And it'll be, the idea is sort of a New York-style bodega with a speakeasy in the rear. So it should be sort of a fun type of place for the new residents, and hopefully drawing residents from the existing Upper Fells Point community as well. The proposed hours of operation, the deli counter front bodega piece, the kitchen essentially, will be open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The speakeasy will then be open from 5 p.m. to midnight on Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, and on Friday and Saturday, it'll stay open till 1 a.m. We will be hiring a general manager. We're going to make sure all of our managers are tip certified. There will be security at the restaurant beginning at 9 p.m., and we're going to make sure that we're carding everyone to make sure that minors aren't being served. Ms. Keating is our individual licensee applicant. She's a resident of Baltimore City. She lives about a mile away from the site. She's familiar with the rules and regulations of the liquor board. We have been engaged with the local community association. Representatives of the applicant have been to, I think, every meeting of the Douglas District Association recently. There is a letter of support in the file that you'll see as well. They're excited to have a new restaurant coming to the area. With regard to the criteria the board's supposed to consider in approving the license, there is a public need and desire as demonstrated by the letter of support from Douglas District, and in fact also as demonstrated by the recent enactment of a city council bill to rezone the property to C2 to allow this type of commercial use in this area. There really aren't any other businesses in the immediate vicinity, certainly none with liquor licenses. With the demolition of the Perkins Homes project, it's been a little bit of a ghost town lately. So hopefully this will bring some badly needed new development and create a catalyst for new projects to come up in the area. So we do think it provides a uniqueness of services, and we don't expect there to be any negative impact on public health, safety, or general welfare. Again, there is a letter of support from Douglas District in the file as well. So with that, I would request that the board approve the issuance of the new Class B licenses with the privileges outlined by Mr. Blendy.
Commissioners?
No questions. No questions. I'm just excited about the whole concept. It's kind of like the Beauty and Essex concept in New York, where the front part's like a pawn shop and the back it's a restaurant.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the exhibits received, the extensive proffer from council, I vote to approve this application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, outdoor table service, and also on the basis of the community support for it. Commissioners?
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the attorney, I also vote to approve the application for a new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license, and also the request for live entertainment and outdoor table service.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council, I too vote to approve this new Class B beer, wine, and liquor restaurant license with live entertainment, outdoor service, and I believe this is what, Off Premises Catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
I close the business of the record. Board Exhibit 1, business plan.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received instructions on how to submit the documentation to legally obtain the license that the board has preliminarily approved this morning. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chairman?
Please.
Excuse me. Item number 6 on the regular docket, 2120 Charles Operating LLC, trading as trade name pending. Premises are located at 2120 North Charles Street, and this is an amended application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article 12-1603C7. Applicants are requesting live entertainment, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Abraham Hurd on behalf of 2120 Charles Operating LLC. Some members of the board may be familiar with this. There was a hearing, I want to say it was about a year ago, for a new BD7 at this location. We had a different licensee at the time. This is an amended application to a different prospective licensee.
You want to tell us about the new applicants?
With me is Mr. Koffel, who is the named applicant, who is the dominant member. Mr. Koffel has significant experience in the restaurant industry, and this location will be, I think the last time we talked about it being almost a music-focused live entertainment venue. Going forward, it's going to be a much more restaurant-focused, food-focused location. There will be some packaged goods present, but the focus here is definitely going to be on food. I have the makings of a draft menu, which is very rudimentary at this point, but I've had significant discussions with the operators about how things are going to proceed. Live entertainment is something that they would like to do, but it's more going to be probably 5% or less of what kind of their focus is, as opposed to the last operator who was a major, that was a major focus. I think last time there was a restriction to no outdoor live entertainment, and that is a restriction that we would be happy to continue on, given that there's so little sidewalk space and parking in the area.
So how many people will be working there?
How many people will be working there? Probably in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 in a given week. My understanding is the staff will be probably in the neighborhood of 80 to 100 total.
And those who handle alcohol will be certified?
Those who handle alcohol will absolutely be certified.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
Yes, you just said it was just 5%, but what type of live entertainment would that 5%?
It's probably going to be something within fitting the Indian restaurant theme. So it's going to be, cultural music, things of that nature. Previously, it was looking like significant musical acts coming through town. This is more going to be, again, something in line with that restaurant as opposed to Metallica. So this isn't going to be, the live entertainment isn't going to be the draw. It's going to be an accessory, truly.
Got it. Thank you.
I have no questions.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Hurd. On the basis then of the materials contained in the amended application, the proffer from council, and any testimony received, I vote to approve this amended application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with live entertainment, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the attorney, I also vote to approve the amended application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, and also the request for live entertainment, office premise catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on application materials and the proffer made by council, I too vote to approve this amended application for a new Class B D7 beer, wine, and liquor license with live entertainment, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Good luck.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council has received instructions on how to legally obtain the issuance of the license that the board preliminarily approved today in the amended application. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Okay. Item number 7 on today's regular docket, Culinary Architecture Partners, LLC, trading as Culinary Architecture. Proposed premises is located at 767 Washington Boulevard. This is an application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license under the provisions of the Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article 12-1603C14, which requires 65% food sales, an executed memorandum of understanding with a community association, no separate packaged goods department. Alcoholic beverages are to be served to patrons seated at tables, and alcoholic beverages are to be served only with meals to patrons provided with outdoor table service. Applicants are requesting also live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages, and this is legislation that specifically authorized this, which was from the 2022 legislative session, I believe, House Bill 866.
886, isn't it?
886, yes.
Okay. Would all of you raise your right hands, please?
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
If you
And I guess the first person who
If you
speaks-
testify, come up and give us your name. Who's going to address us? Okay. Tell us your first name, please.
Silva.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your last name?
My last name is Lynn, L-I-N.
Yeah, want to tell us about this?
Yeah, so we are it's my company, Culinary Architecture. We've been in Pigtown since 2015. We have evolved. We are a catering company. We're a cafe. We are an international market. We just won Best Gourmet Food Store, Baltimore Magazine, this year. And we do special events. I'm a private chef, so I do lots of things that fit in the middle of catering, being a restaurant, being a cafe, and providing great food to a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot of food options. We bring in a lot of international food. Baltimore doesn't really have an international food store, so we are a very small little niche market that combines all of these things. And during COVID, we've grown a lot. And we started by delivering groceries to people when COVID happened and providing a safe place to shop for people. And that part of our business has taken off a lot. And so we would like to provide the alcohol and beverages and spirits along with that, because we do grocery delivery. So we deliver meal packages. We want to do this so people can order them online, and we'll be able to deliver them around the city. And also we have a space where we do cafe. We are like there aren't very many food places in Pigtown, so we are created a kind of community hub where people come. We have a dining space. People stand up and they eat with us. We're very, very small. So we're looking to expand that to the rest of the city.
And you're familiar with the specific requirements of this legislation?
I am.
And you comply with all of those?
Yes.
Okay. I see that you've got support from a number of community organizations. Is there a memorandum of understanding with these
Yes.
organizations? And is that in our records?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And are you willing to have the terms of that MOU be part of your license?
Yes.
Okay. And those who handle alcohol will be certified?
Yes.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
Yeah, you have a courtyard in the back?
Yes, we do.
That's still there?
Yeah. Yes.
No questions.
Okay, thank you. All right, on the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, the letters of support from the various community organizations, and the memorandum of understanding, which is in our record, in terms of which will be made a part of the license to the extent that they are enforceable by law. I vote to approve this application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with outdoor table service, live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages. Commissioner?
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the, no proffer from the attorney. Based on materials and testimony, I vote to approve with the letter of support and the MOU, the application for a new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, outdoor table service, and also the request for live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premise catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the application materials and the testimony given today, also pursuant to the MOU that's in the file to the extent enforceable by law, I vote also to approve this new Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with outdoor table service, live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
I'd like to call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from citizens of Pigtown Historic Community Association. 2, letter of support from Bar Circle Community Association. And 3, letter of support from Pigtown Main Street.
Thank you. Good luck, folks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jim?
That concludes this matter before the board. Applicants are receiving the instructions on which documents to submit to legally obtain the license that the board preliminarily approved this morning. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 8 on today's regular items, Mobtown Entertainment LLC, trading as trade name pending. Proposed premises are located at 30 West North Avenue. This is an application to transfer ownership with the continuation of live entertainment of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license, and the applicants are requesting outdoor table service and off-premises catering.
Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephen W. Fogel on behalf of the applicant, Ms. Sullivan, who's here with me.
No proffer.
Yes, I will. I will mention the 3 favorite letters of this board, MOU.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So here today, we have Sarah Sullivan. I was honored to help her get her original license in 2013. Mobtown Ballroom's been an incredible asset to the neighborhood in Pigtown, and we have quite a few people from Pigtown here today in support, like Kim Lane from Pigtown Main Street in the back there, and they are going to miss her. They're going to miss Mobtown Ballroom. The new neighbors are excited to have them at 30 West North Avenue. I have a letter of support from Jack Dana, who you know from Mount Vernon, and also Central Baltimore Partnership. He's the Director of Commercial Revitalization. So I'd like to put in a letter of support.
They'll be received.
And the lease ended at the Mobtown Ballroom space. There's a full kitchen at 30 West North Avenue, so they're going to be able to offer food so long as the premises are open for the day. And they're very excited about this move. West North Avenue, wind-up space, a lot going on up there, and they want to make sure that they continue to do that. She's an excellent operator, and she even has folks who met there, for dancing lessons and end up getting married. Really a neat part of this community. So with that, and as you can see, she has extensive experience.
It's the same operation, just moving.
Effectively, yes.
Okay. And I don't believe there are any record of violations.
Not at all. In fact, and in fact, you should have more letters of support that were previously
I think we
submitted.
do. And are you willing to have the terms of this MOU as made part of your license?
Yes, she is.
Okay. All right. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, proffer from council, the letters of support that have been received from various individuals and organizations, and the memorandum of understanding between the applicant and the Charles North Community Association, in terms of which will be imposed on the license to the extent they are enforceable by law. I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
Yes, based on materials are proper from the attorney, letters of support, and a vote to approve with the MOU part of the license, the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment, the request for outdoor table service, and off-premise catering.
Based on the application materials, the proffer made by council, the letters of support from the community and also the MOU, which is, I guess, a part now of the application to the extent that it's enforceable by law. I also vote to approve this transfer of ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, and off-premises catering.
Ms. Russell?
I'd like to call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Pigtown Main Street. 2, letter of support from Central Baltimore Partnership. 3, letter of support from Micah Academic Affairs. 4 letters of support from Community, and 5, MOU.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ms. Sullivan.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received instructions on which documents to submit to legally complete this transfer, which the board preliminarily approved today, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's hearing. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Item number 9 on today's docket, 36th Street LLC, trading as Hamden Spice Bar. Proposed premises are located at 1125 to 31 West 36th Street. This is an application to transfer ownership and location of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license presently located at 904 to 08 West North Avenue to the new proposed premises at 1125 to 31 West 36th Street. Applicants are also requesting off-premises catering.
Yes, good morning. Stephen W. Fogel on behalf of the applicants. I'm here today to request a postponement of this hearing.
Okay. Your clients can't be here today?
That's correct.
Okay. Do you have any objections, Commissioner?
No objection.
No objection.
All right. We'll continue it to the next date that we have, okay?
This matter will be continued to, do you want the next hearing date or some?
Why don't I contact you?
Is that okay, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
All right, this matter will be continued to a time of future board hearings.
Thank you all.
No exhibits for the record.
Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Item number 10 on today's regular items, Howard's Management LLC, trading as Jewel Box. Premises are located at 419 East Baltimore Street, holders of both a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and a Class AE adult entertainment license. And this is an application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and a request for delivery of alcoholic beverages.
For the record, Melvin J. Cananci, 320 North Charles Street, representing the applicant. The applicant in this case is an existing place that's been there on, I guess, a diminishing section of the block that's starting to get smaller and smaller. Unfortunately, that they don't have MOU, they have SEX there, but you can't get one of those letters unless you go down there. Mr. Howard has been working down there in various locations for the last 4 or 5 years. He understands the rules and regulations of the liquor board. Everybody will be serving alcohol will be alcohol certified, and there'll be no change in the operation of the business.
But they had some violations back 5 or 6 years ago, so I don't know if he was there then, but they need.
Well, and he wasn't at this location. He worked at 2 or 3 other ones there. If you remember, you may or may not know this, but there's like 1, 2 right next to each other, and some are upper and lower. But this place has been there for a long time. That the 2 Gordon brothers own 2 or 3 places there.
So it was a sale to minors, so be vigilant about that. Okay. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions.
I do have a question. Why does the facility need delivery of alcoholic beverages?
Well, if somebody would be in a neighborhood there, if you know that area, they're taking some of the buildings and making them into a lot of the apartments, the old Alex Brown building and so forth. Not that it would be a big factor, but somebody wants to order something to take home, or have it delivered, they would have to have the ability to do that. I would think it would just be a small component, but they have to have the opportunity to be able to do that.
Any further questions?
No fault.
Okay, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and the proffer from council, vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and Class AE adult entertainment license with live entertainment and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the attorney, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment at a BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and a Class AE adult entertainment license, and also the request of delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council, I too vote to approve this transfer of ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license and Class AE adult entertainment license with continuation of live entertainment with delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right, thank you. Good luck, sir.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council has received instructions on how to legally complete the transfer of ownership of these licenses, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's hearing. And Mr. Kadensky, your client is aware that this is in that prohibitive hours area, and they have to comply with the special security plans and those things. Please make them aware. That's all, just for the record.
Forthwith,
Thank you, sir. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 11 on today's docket, Fezzi LLC trading as Unity Bar. Proposed premises is located at existing premises is located at 111 West Center Street, and this is an application to transfer ownership from a contract purchaser with the continuation of live entertainment and live entertainment and outdoor table service, requesting off-premises catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Abraham Hurdle, on behalf of Fezzi LLC, excuse me, if I may proffer.
You may.
This is another repeat matter. This was a client who wasn't able to finish the process at the initial time period. The application was refiled. I have a new letter of support as opposed to the, I guess, previous letter of support from the community.
It will be received.
I have the previous MOU that will be integrated as a restrictions on the license. I did speak to the community. There was some confusion as to what the status was. The MOU is absolutely agreed to. The location is an open and operating restaurant and has been for 16 months, 18 months roughly? Yeah.
And it's been operating under this MOU?
Correct, absolutely.
And will continue to?
Absolutely.
Okay. Gentlemen, have any questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application and our previous hearings with respect to this, and also on the basis of the letter of support from the Community Association and the MOU, which is going to be part of the license to the extent that it's enforceable by law, I vote to approve this application, transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continued live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, basic materials are proper from the attorney, letter of support, and the MOU, which is with the license. I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service with the request of off-premise catering and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on the application materials and the proffer made by council and pursuant to the MOU that's added to the license to the extent enforceable by law, I also vote to approve this transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, off-premises catering, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
Like exhibits for the record, Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Mount Vernon Belvedere Association, and exhibit number 2, MOU.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council received instructions on which documents to submit in order to legally obtain the license and complete the transfer of ownership, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's hearing. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Item number 12 on today's docket, Costiera, no wait, that's bad. Costiera LLC, trading as Costiera. Premises are located at 415 South Central Avenue. This is an application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service of a Class D beer, wine, and liquor license.
Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Commissioners, Craig Schwartz on behalf of the applicant, Costiera LLC. Have with me today the two applicants, Brian Lavin and Sam White. But with your permission, I'm prepared to proceed by way of proffer.
Please.
This is an application for transfer of the Class D beer, wine, and liquor license from Clark Bar LLC. This is 415 South Central Avenue. It's on the corner of South Central Avenue and Eastern Avenue. It's the former location of Clark Burger. Has outdoor table service, which would be continued. Mr. Lavin and Mr. White are both members of Costiera LLC, and the operating agreement authorizes them as persons to serve as licensees to be owned for the license that's going to be owned by the LLC. They're prepared to verify, and they have verified, that the application was signed by them. The information was true and accurate when signed and remains true and accurate today. Mr. White is a Baltimore City resident, been a resident of 11 years. Both of the applicants will have equal management authority. They'll both be actively involved in the operation of the business. In the file is a sample menu Costiera will have a upscale Mediterranean cuisine, and the hours of operation will be Monday through Saturday, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mr. White will handle the front of the house, and Mr. Lavin is in charge of the kitchen and back house operations. Both of them have very impressive experience. Mr. Lavin most recently was the executive chef at Bluebird Cocktail Room. He was a visiting team chef at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. He had a stint in California where he was a chef at Milo and Olive in Santa Monica, an executive chef at Wood and Salt Tavern, and an executive chef at Terzo in L.A. And then in Baltimore, he was executive chef and a partner at Nyoko, and also an executive chef at Fork and Wrench and at Salt.
How old is he?
36. Pack that all into 3 years.
Okay.
Mr. White, just as equally impressive, he most recently the assistant manager at Mom's Organic Market, and he was an assistant general manager at Tagliata, general manager at Nyoko with Mr. Lavin, and dining room manager at Singale. The applicants are prepared to settle on their purchase within the next week or two, as soon as approval from this board is granted, and they plan to open in mid-November. Neither of them have an interest in any other liquor license. In the board's file should be a letter of support from Dan Sutherland of the Little Italy Neighborhood Association.
Yes, we've received that.
Okay. And the applicants have received a copy of the rules and regulation of this board, and they understand the importance of compliance with those rules. They're both alcohol awareness certified, and they plan on having all personnel who's going to handle alcoholic beverages be certified as well.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners have any questions?
No questions. No questions.
All right. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the extensive proffer from council, the letter of support from the Little Italy Neighborhood Association, I vote to approve this application to transfer ownership of this Class D beer, wine, and liquor license with continued outdoor table service.
Yes, based on the materials, the proffer from the attorney and a letter of support. I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership with continuation of outdoor table service.
Based on application materials, the proffer made by council and the letters of support, I also vote to approve this application transfer of this Class D beer, wine, and liquor license with continuation of outdoor table service. Good luck.
Ms. Russell?
Clerk, this for the record. Board Exhibit 1, letter of support from Little Italy Neighborhood Association. Board Exhibit number 2, menu.
Thank you. Good luck, gentlemen.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council has received the instructions on which documents to submit to legally complete this transfer of ownership that the board preliminarily approved today, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's hearing. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Item number 13 on today's docket has been postponed and will be scheduled for a future hearing of the board. Item number 14 on today's docket has been postponed and will also be scheduled at a future hearing of the board, which brings us to item number 15 on the regular items of today's docket, which Hideout Liquors LLC, trading as trade name pending. Premises is located at 2101-03 East North Avenue. This is an application to transfer ownership and request for delivery of alcoholic beverages of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license.
Abraham Hurl on behalf of Hideout Liquors LLC. With me is Mr. Sayum, the named licensee and sole licensee, I believe, in this matter. This is an existing location, BD7. This is within the hours restricted zone, I believe. Nick would probably confirm 10 to 10, I believe, are the restrictions. Mr. Sayum has purchased the building as well at auction. I believe there's still some ongoing foreclosure matters that are tied to that from the previous operator. He hopes to open in the next 2 months after the hearing. Again, after the foreclosure matters in the circuit court are resolved, which, again, I think are still ongoing. He has several years of experience in the industry. I have talked to him about this area because of the hours restriction. Used to be a problem area and how he needs to operate going forward.
Had a long history of violations, so he needs to be careful about that.
Absolutely. And I did indicate to him that it would be wise, and he has agreed that all people who handle alcohol, whatever their capacity be alcohol awareness certified and trained.
Okay. And how many employees will there be?
Right now, it looks like there might be 3 to start with, and that might grow to 5 or 6. In an ideal world, it gets very, very busy, and there's 10.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, I vote to approve this application, transfer this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the attorney, I also vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of a BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, and also the request for delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on application materials and a proffer made by council, I too vote to approve this transfer of ownership of this Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license with delivery of alcoholic beverages. Good luck.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right,
Thank you, Commissioners.
Good luck. Thank you very much.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received the instructions on documents to submit in order to legally complete this transfer of ownership that the board preliminarily approved this morning, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's hearing. Shall we move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Item number 16 on the regular items, Momac Enterprise LLC, trading as The Manor. Premises are located at 924 North Charles Street, holders of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license. And this is an application to transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service with a request for delivery of alcoholic beverage of that license.
For the record, Melvin J. Kanansky, 320 North Charles Street, requesting a transfer of this license. You're probably getting in front of you the copy of Mr. Fogelman's famous MOU letters. They just completed the terms and conditions of that. They have a lot of meetings with the community, and they're in favor of this transfer along with the continued operation. It's been very popular there in the past. If you look at the type of entertainment and so forth they had, and there's always popular drag brunch that you could go to over there. As far as the, and I'm not going to submit, if you have them, I'm not.
We have the MOU and a letter from.
Yeah, it just came in, I think,
Dennis, Mount
special
Vernon
delivery.
Belvedere Association.
In the case here, Mr. Foster's had extensive experience up on York Road in Nor and a couple other locations. All the people that will work there will be alcohol certified. They will follow the rules and regulations of the Liquor Board. And as indicated from the Mount Vernon people, this, I think, is going to be a welcome addition to having the place reopened.
And the terms of this will be part of the
The
license?
terms will be included on the license. Yes? Okay, yes.
Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cadency. On the basis then of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, the letter of support from the Mount Vernon Belvedere Association, and the memorandum of understanding between the applicants and the Mount Vernon Belvedere Improvement Association and Momac Enterprise, terms of which will be made part of the license to the extent that they are enforceable by law. I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continued live entertainment, outdoor table service, and delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the attorney, the letter of support, also the MOU incorporated with the license. I also vote to approve the application transfer ownership with continuation of live entertainment, outdoor table service, and the request for delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Based on application materials, proffer made by council, the letters of support, and the MOU, whose terms we made a part of the liquor license to the extent enforceable by law, also vote to approve this transfer of ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license with continuation of live entertainment and outdoor table service with delivery of alcoholic beverages.
Ms. Russell?
I call letters, I'd like to call the exhibits to the record. What is exhibit 1, letter of support from Mount Vernon Belvedere Association, and 2, MOU.
Thank you. Good luck, gentlemen.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received the instructions on which documents to submit in order to legally complete the transfer of ownership that the board preliminarily approved today, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's hearing. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Please.
Item number 17 on the regular items, Kushi Kumar Incorporated, trading as Timbers. Premises are located at 3327 St. Paul Street. Holders of a Class B beer, wine, and liquor license, and this is an application to transfer ownership of that license.
Once again, good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Sean Harvey, 309 South Conkling Street, Baltimore, 21224, for the applicants who are to my right, Ms. Sharma and Mr. Kumar. And of course, Ms. Sparks is from the Charles Village Civic Association. If I may proffer,
You may. I'm interested. This is my neighborhood. One of the places I like to have lunch, so you're going to keep it going, I
This
hope.
is a well-known, Tander's is a well-known restaurant. Ms. Sharma is 85% stockholder in the corporation, and Mr. Kumar is 15%. Ms. Sharma is the president, and Mr. Kumar is the secretary. This was a $400,000 purchase price. They have a lease. The original term is for 3 years with 2 5-year options. Mr. Kumar has worked there at Tambers since he was a teenager, since 1993, so he has a lot of experience with this restaurant. They have 8 or 9 employees. They're aware that they have to have workers' comp insurance for the employees. They also have agreed to have any employees handling alcohol awareness trained. Both of them have been already alcohol awareness trained. And of course, Ms. Sparks has, and her organization have offered approval. I think a copy was handed to Assistant Secretary. Well, actually, a copy was emailed to your office. I don't know if you have it.
Yeah, we
It's
just see it.
approval letter.
Is that a copy for us?
Yeah, you can.
I had it already.
She just
I
gave me
had
that. Okay.
one copy.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'll get it back to you, but it'll be received.
And this is the original MOU,
Okay.
which they agree to have part of the license as
Okay.
well. And they intend to continue the good services they've been providing the city of Baltimore in the future.
Okay. We look forward to it. So, commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. Mr. Harvey, on the basis of the materials contained in the application, the proffer from council, letter of support from the Charles Village Civic Association, the memorandum of understanding between the applicants and the Charles Village Civic Association, the terms of which will be part of the license to the extent they are enforceable by law, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on materials and proper from the attorney, also a letter of support, and the MOU, I vote to approve the application to transfer ownership of the B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Based on the application materials, proper made by council, letters of support, and the MOU, whose terms we made a part of the liquor license to the extent enforceable by law, I also vote to approve the transfer of this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
I call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit number 1, letter of support from Charles Village Civic Association. Board Exhibit number 2, MOU.
Thank you. Good luck. See you soon.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received the instructions on which documents to submit in order to legally complete this transfer of ownership, which by law must occur within 180 days of today's preliminary approval by the board. Shall I move forward, Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Item number 18 on today's regular items, Cowley Records LLC, trading as Cowley Records. Premises are located at 402 North Howard Street. Holders of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and it's not an arena license, that's a scrivener's error, I apologize. Holders of a Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, and this is a request to expand the current license premises to include the basement and continue the live entertainment.
Abraham Hurd on behalf of Cowley Records LLC. This is an open operating location. With me is the licensee, who's been before the board twice in the past. The location is open operating on the first floor. This is to expand to the basement. Right now, I think I'm told that we're 2 fridges away from the basement being finished and ready for inspection. I do believe there's a change to the licensees. There were 2 under the previous hearing. Now we're going back to just Mr. Hajipur. Other than that, again, it's an open operating location. There have been no violations. It runs a very
There's a
tight
lot of
ship.
violations in the past. I don't know, how long has he had it? The last one was 18.
Oh, he hasn't, no, this location, you haven't had any issues there, right?
No.
No, there's been no issues there.
And what's the nature of the live entertainment?
Just dance music.
Oh,
It's a really cool place, so I don't know anything about it, to be honest, in that regard.
I mean, you're not allowed in.
They've invited me, but I'm just, again, definitely not cool enough, so it's just a super cool place.
Okay. Commissioners have questions?
No questions.
No questions.
All right, thank you. On the basis of the materials contained in the application and the proffer from council, I vote to approve the request to expand this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license from its current license premises to include a basement with live entertainment.
Yes, based on materials and proffer from the attorney, I also vote to approve the request to expand the current license premise to include the basement with live entertainment.
Based on the application materials and the proper made by council, I also vote to approve this expansion of the current license of this BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license to include the basement and live entertainment.
Ms. Russell?
No exhibits for the record.
All right,
Thank you,
Good luck.
Commissioners. That's all for
Good
me
luck.
today.
Thank you.
That concludes this matter before the board. Council's received the instructions on which documents to submit to get the license reissued with the approvals given by the board today to expand the premises. Shall I move to the last matter, Mr. Chair?
Please.
The chair's permission, can I read into the record the lengthy statute that is authorizing this one?
You have to read the whole thing, or can you just do a sort of,
Yeah, if I can do a summary.
yeah.
Thank you. Creative Alliance Incorporated, trading as Creative Alliance. Premises currently located at 3134 Eastern Avenue, and this is a request to expand the current licensed premises to include a building across the street at 3137 Eastern Avenue. This would ordinarily not be allowable, but is authorized expressly by House Bill 917 from the past legislative session, specifically at Alcoholic Beverages and Cannabis Article 12-104D, new number 2, which is for a license that meets the qualifications. The board is granted a permission to approve the expansion onto a non-contiguous property with a separate use permit.
Thank you. Folks, come forward and raise your right hands, please.
Do you swear or affirm under the penalty of perjury that the answers that you give and the statements that you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes.
Will you give us your names, please?
My name is Matt Sullivan. I'm the front of house and rentals manager at Creative Alliance.
Morning.
Kimberly Batista.
Okay, good morning. Who wants to tell us about this?
So the idea is we have our new building that we call the Creativity Center. It's across the street from our main building, which is the old Patterson Theater at 3134. We don't have a lot of, we have very different events in the Creativity Center. It's primarily workshops and rentals. And those are two of the things that we would like to incorporate alcohol into. There's generally a crowd of maybe no more than 40, depending on the room. There's 3 classrooms, one of which is a teaching kitchen. It's all 20 cap, and then the dance studio will be capped at 40. So it would be small crowds. The 2 things that come to my mind are things like birthday parties, where people would want to be able to be served wine and beer, or cooking demonstrations with wine pairings is an idea that we've had for an adult workshop there. So it would be ultimately a small part of our alcohol sales and portfolio, but we thought it would be fun to experiment with.
So you're doing this on one side of the street now, right?
Yeah, we're doing it
And
on...
it's just to move it over to, you're going to also do it on the other side of the street?
Yeah, but at a much smaller scale too, just because our main building, we have a performance theater that's capacity 250, so there's just a much larger crowd, and it's evening time concerts, so it's a little more customary to be serving more drinks there anyway.
And the people who handle the alcohol, are they tip certified?
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to add anything, ma'am?
Oh, no, had a, yes.
Go ahead.
We have this letter from the neighborhood association.
May we see?
Sorry,
Thank you. We'll give it back to you. So for the record, this is a letter of support from the Canton Community Association, dated October 17th. Let's just let the commissioner see this. Anything else?
No, happy to answer any questions.
Okay, and you're familiar with the statute that authorized this, and you can comply with all the requirements of the statute?
Yes.
Okay. All right, commissioners have anything?
No questions.
No questions. On the basis then of, on the basis of the materials contained in the application, the testimony received this morning, the letter of support from the Community Association, I vote to approve this request to expand the current licensed premises to include 3137 Eastern Avenue for this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Yes, based on the materials and testimony provided today, I also vote to approve the request to expand current license, B beer, wine, and liquor license, premise to include 3137 Eastern Avenue.
Based on application materials, the testimony given today, and the letter of support by Canton Community Association, I too vote to approve this expansion of the current licensed premises to include 3137 Eastern Avenue for this Class B beer, wine, and liquor license.
Ms. Russell?
I'd like to call exhibits for the record. Board Exhibit Number 1, letter of support from Canton Community Association.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. That concludes this matter for the board. Applicants, or licensees actually, has received the instructions on the documents that we need, and staff will work with you to make sure that we can get it all together so that we can reissue the license to now include the but you'll have to come by the office for some stuff. But thank you.
You want to read the adjournment then, Mr.?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Wendy?
That concludes all matters before the board today. The Board of Liquor License Commissioners for Baltimore City will stand in recess until Thursday, November the 9th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. here in room 215, City Hall, 100 North Holiday Street.
Okay, thank you to the members of the commission and everyone who works with us and all those who participated today. We'll see you in a few weeks. Thank you.